Good afternoon, everyone. Today is the 16th. It is Wednesday, so it's the start of a new weekly vlog. I would say reading, but I can't ever guarantee how much reading I'm going to get done during the week. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and start off a couple of orders of business, I guess. So, I ordered a new bookcase. It's going to go in my office and it's going to sit right behind me here. So, because I'm finding it's a lot easier to film at my desk, just the setup of stuff with certain hauls and things like that. So that's where I'm going to put it. Ordering the bookcase has no basis, I should say, on filming down here, but I am filming down here. Part of my reason for wanting to put it there is so that I have books behind me when I film. So anyway, I do need a new bookcase because I have two here in my office. One is full, and the books that are in my office are all books that I have read and have enjoyed and want to keep my copies of them. So, like, for example, I have The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. I have the Twilight series. I have The Faithful and the Fallen by John Gwynne. I have The Princess Bride. I have a bunch of, I have Death Note and a bunch by Junjun Ito. I have The Crooked Kingdom and Rule of Wolves and all of that. So these are all books that I have enjoyed that I want to keep my copies of and collect the whole series or something like that. So I have one bookcase full. The other bookcase I can probably fit, depending on the thickness of the books, another 5 to 10 books, again, depending on the thickness of the books that I read. So the bookcase that I ordered should be here anywhere from August 18th through the 21st. So, and it's just a standard white bookcase. I do prefer the look of the white. I think it's very clean and sleek. And it kind of brightens things up. I feel like I do like the look of people when they style and everything of like their black bookcases or cherry colored or whatever color it is. But I do feel like it kind of darkens things down, and my office is plenty dark. So I definitely want white to try and lighten it up a little bit. So should be here between the 18th and the 21st. I went with kind of a cheapy one. It was like $85. I have to assemble it because I did order it from Amazon. There's a retail company here in Utah that I could have ordered from, but I don't want to spend more than at least $300, and that's on one that I would have to put together. That's going to be about the same quality as this $85 one that I ordered from Amazon. So I don't want to spend that much money. I just need something to get me by. Because eventually, look, I'm going to be 40. I don't know how long I'm going to work. So I need something to just get me by because, one, I don't know how long I'm going to live in this house. If we're even going to move, or I'm going to be here until I'm like 90, who knows? But eventually I'm not going to be working, whether it's through retirement or whatever. And so I'll get rid of this desk, and then I will convert this office into a full library, and at that point I will invest in good quality sturdy bookcases and do that. So, but that's years and years down the road. So I just need something to get me by until there's a decision like that, whether moving or remodeling or no longer working or something. So I'm just not willing to invest in a good quality bookcase right now. So again, there's something to get me by. I think it'll do just fine. So, okay. Currently reading. I am working on The Vampire Lestat by Anne Rice. I did order and this is the second book in the Vampire Chronicles series. I did order the third book, and it arrived yesterday. The third book is called Queen of the Damned. So I have that in my room whenever I'm ready to get back into this world. So I am currently on page 352, and there's 550 pages. Yes, 550. So I have right around the 200 page mark. I'm enjoying it. If you have read, crap, I am blanking Is it just the Vampire Chronicles? What's the first book? Let me look it up. I have Goodreads pulled up here. Interview with the Vampire. If you have read that, this is very, very similar. So Interview of the Vampire is told from Louis' perspective. The Vampire Lestat is told from Lestat's perspective. But it's the same type of thing, from when they became a vampire, how they learned about their powers, and then their opinions about killing people and how to live and things like that. So right now, I don't know if it's going to get in the next 200 pages to the point where he meets Louis or not, but he has yet to meet Louis. So, but I am enjoying this, and it's interesting. Now, one of the vibes I completely get from this, so this particular book takes place in the 1700s, like 1780 is when he goes to Paris. There's two things. One, it gives very much same-sex attraction between two men. So between Lestat and Nicky is the other one, and things like that. And then there's other men. It's like they talk about how, oh, my lover, my love. But it doesn't get graphic as far as any sex that might happen or anything like that. The most explicit, and even then I wouldn't even say it's explicit, but they kiss, you know, and it's times where it's like, wait, did they kiss on the cheek? Or was it like a quick peck on the mouth or what? So, but it definitely gives same-sex, male-male vibes, okay? I did not get that feeling so much from, on occasion, I was kind of like, is there a bit of same-sex attraction in there? But I wasn't quite sure, so it was kind of just completely wild guessing on my part. So it's like, I would have liked to have known for sure, because then I can say for sure. I like to know, but it doesn't matter. I mean, you think about when, like, this one's taking place in the 1700s, how that was way hush-hush. You keep your mouth shut about that and everything. So I can totally understand how it's not just blatantly out in the open like that, like it would be today. You should not be ashamed of who you are, in my opinion. But I get being more discreet. I don't know how to really describe it about things. Anyway, so yeah, so it definitely gives male-male same-sex attraction. I don't mind that. I think it's done very, very sweet, and it seems very tender, and you can tell how much Lestat cares for these other male people in his life, that it seems like they are in a relationship of some sort. So I like how sweet and tender that is. Now, the one thing that is icky with this, that it gives off, but yet I can't say for sure, it kind of gives off incest vibes as well. Okay. In this, you meet Lestat's mother, and at some point he kisses his mother on the mouth, and his tongue goes in her mouth. It says that because she's like sucking blood off of his tongue. That's what I'm saying, mean when it's giving incest vibes. And it talks about, again, the lovers is just thrown around and stuff. And so it's just, yeah, knowing that it's a mother and son, definite incest vibes. Thankfully, it doesn't go into a lot of detail. You get more description when it comes to the relationship between Lestat and some other male or men in his life. You get more information about that than you do between him and his mother. So yeah, the incest part's a little neat at times, but again, it's not blatant, and it's just kind of alluded to, but it's still kind of cringy and uncomfortable. So, but I'm still loving this series. Okay. The other thing, okay, so ebook. I have DNF'd, Firewave by Anna. I could not take it. It was, I don't recall if it was a adult or a young adult. Regardless of the age category, the main character that you're following is an adult, okay? It does not have adult content content as far as sex and explicit bodily stuff, as far as like gore. That's the word I'm looking for. So, so that's fine. But I feel like it's trying to be more mature, but yet the writing is very much a middle grade-esque, if not a little younger. So it was really bugging me. And the fact that it was like I could not tell you what anyone looked like, how anyone dressed, where this takes place. I felt like, unfortunately, it was very flat. I mean, we're following this character, Ayana, or whatever her name was. If I didn't know the name, I could not tell any of the characters apart. I feel like things were very flat, but I could see things picking up later on. I got over halfway, but it was the writing style that I just could not take anymore. So I have since DNF'd that, and I'm just calling it quits on that one. There's supposed to be a third one, but it is not out yet, and I don't think I'm going to pick that up because the writing style has been the same for the first book. I stuck it out in the first book, gave the first book a 3-star, DNF'd the second book. With giving it a rating, I did end up giving it like a 2-star because, I mean, even though I DNF'd it, but it's like and just giving the point that I said, it just felt like it was trying to be more adult or a mature young adult, but the writing was very juvenile-esque. So yeah, so that's why it got the low star, and I just couldn't take it anymore. It wasn't holding my attention, and I wasn't looking forward to picking it up. I wasn't dreading picking it up, but it wasn't like, oh, I can't wait to see what happens next type of a thing. And that could have changed if I would have stuck with it, but I just couldn't take it anymore. So instead, for my ebook, I am now reading Addicted to You. This is written by Krista Ritchie and Becca Ritchie. This is a romance. It's new adult, takes place in college. Abuse is mentioned. I have not gotten to abuse yet or much description of it. I'm only on like chapter 5, right? I've only read through chapter 5, I think. Or did I read through chapter 6? Anyway, 5 or 6. So I'm not very far in. Any abuse, I don't remember any abuse happening yet. So don't know, but mental health definitely is a thing of it. I will say, so this does take place in college, so it's more on the new adult category. I don't understand the whole new adult thing. It's adult, okay? It's adult. It has gotten a little risque at times, as far as like the main female character sits on this guy's lap, and then she takes his hand and puts it down low and slides. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. So yeah. Okay, so a couple things. One, alcoholism. You learn that right off the bat. The male lead in this, his name is Leo or Low? Lauren, but they call him Low. He is an alcoholic. Like, at one point it said that the main female character, her name is Lily, she can actually smell the alcohol seeping from his pores. That's how much he drinks. He's constantly drinking alcohol. So alcoholism is a big thing in this. The other thing, and I have never read a book that has this, there is another addiction, and I have heard of this addiction. The main female character, Lily, has a sex addiction. So she's constantly wanting sex and release and all of that. And she admits that she is addicted to sex, but she doesn't know what to do about it. She's very ashamed. She has to keep it hidden from her family and everyone and things like that. So I have heard of people being addicted to sex, and she is. And so it'll be interesting to see how this goes as far as if she's going to get help, if she's going to overcome her addiction. And same thing with the male lead, Lo. Is he going to get help for his alcoholism and things like that? Are they going to help each other, or are they going to be more of a hindrance and things like that? So that'll be interesting. So definite caution heading into this. So yeah. This has, well, I'm looking at this. This is the first book in the Addicted series. This book has 124,486 ratings with a 3.8 average. There are 5 primary works. So if I like this, then I'll probably get the next book in the series. Book 2 is called Ricochet, and then it's Addicted for Now. Is book 3. Book 4 is Thrive. I love the covers. And that's what drew me in. Number 5 is Addicted After All. And yeah. And then it's, okay, so the 6 works as one's a box set, which I don't care about that. Anyway, I really like the covers, and I've seen the covers in Barnes & Noble, and I've always been intrigued by the cover. But we already had the first book on my Kindle. I thought, okay, let's just leave it at that, and we'll see. And if I like it enough to have my own copy, then obviously I'll order my own copy, but not quite sure on that yet. So one thing kind of had me giggling a little bit. There's this part where Lily goes to class, and a sex addict is also going to be watching porn. That's pretty much just, in my mind, a given. Anyway, she goes to class because she's in college. She is trying to take notes, but then she gets this notification that Kinky something, it's a porn website, gives her this notification, pop-up notification that there's this new video that she might be interested in. So she has the mute on her computer, so she starts watching this porn video in class. No sound, okay? So no one can hear what she's watching, and she minimizes the video so she can try to take notes for this class. But then something happens and she hits the wrong button, and then all of a sudden it's like the sound of the porn video emanates through the classroom. Everyone can hear she's watching porn on her computer. So yeah, I can see that being extremely, extremely embarrassing. But yeah, so I'm about, I think, 21% of the way through. So again, I've read through chapter 5 or chapter 6. I don't remember, but I'm about 21% of the way through. Okay, so I went to Bath & Body Works Monday. And I haven't shown you what I got. Now, all I got were candles. So this one is called Vampire Blood. I will try to go, as soon as I know that they have like the Twisted Peppermint and Winter Candy Apple out, I'm going to go. The gal there, I told her what my favorite was, and she said, oh yeah, you're like a month and a bit early. Probably not going to release the winter until sometime in October. Like at the end of October probably. So I plan on going back. But I needed some candles because I'm almost done with one that I was burning, and I only have one other one. So I needed to get some candles. Especially, again, as I've said before, where my office is in the basement, across from the little stair landing is the furnace room where we have Ophelia's cat box. And so if she's pooping, it can get pretty stinky. So yeah, I like to have some candles to try and combat that. So Vampire Blood, I like this one. It is Blood Red Strawberry, Midnight Blooming Jasmine, Dark Transylvanian Plum for the fragrant notes. So I got that one. So I need to put that away. And then I also got Everlasting Magic. The lid is, those are skeletons with little crowns. So it's like a crown. Smells good. It's rich. The lid is like way heavy. But the fragrant notes for Everlasting Magic are, holy cow, the price has gone up on these. Or at least this one. How much was this one? Oh. I think because of the lid, this one was $10 more than the other ones. Anyway, so the fragrant notes for Everlasting Magic are Bejeweled Berries, Phantom Petals, Enchanted Musk. So I don't think I've smelled anything that's just musk, but there does tend to be a certain underlying note that I tends to be pretty standard around things that have musk, but it depends on the combination of the other fragrant notes too, if I'm going to like it or not. I do like this one. But we'll see how I like it when I burn it. Okay, the other candle in this bag, this one is Ghoul Friend. So there's the cover for that one. This is Dark Strawberries, Ghostly Peony, Spine Chilling Citrus. And I do like the citrus stuff. Florals, it depends on the flower, but for the most part, I do like the florals. I really like the citrus. When it comes to food, fruit, it has to be fruit and citrus. So something like pumpkin pie, freaking absolutely not. Will not. Cannot stand that. Sugar cookie, sometimes I see that in winter. Cannot do that one. Like literally makes me gag. Can't do it. Okay. 3 more. This one is Mahogany Apple. So this is Red Mahogany Woods, Golden Delicious Apple, Pink Peppercorn, and Fresh Lavender Sprigs. It gives me kind of like evergreen vibes. I can smell the apple, but I think because of the peppercorn, it just gives it that extra oomph, that extra kick. Love it. Really like that one. Got to find a spot for all of these, which I will. I'm planning on like cleaning out up here these little cubbies and sticking them up there. And then the last 2, I have Harvest Gathering. This is Fresh Picked Apple, Autumn Berries, Clove Buds. So you can see, I really like apple. Apple scented stuff, love. Love, love. And if it's like apple cinnamon, even better, but love apples. And then this next one is just Honeycrisp Apple. It is Golden Honeycrisp, Apple Blossom, and Fresh Sugarcane. Oh, see, this smells just like a juicy, delicious apple. Makes me want an apple. Anyway, so those are the candles that I got. So I will find a place for those. Again, I think I'm going to put them up here somewhere. So that's my plan. And then I'm planning on going back to Bath & Body Works once they start getting their winter scents out, so I can get a couple of wintry specific ones. So yeah, but I'm excited. So right now I'm working on my one from Fragrant Jewels, Countryside Cottage. So I'm working on that one, and then I will work on this one that I have here, which is a lemon. So I do like the citrus, but I'll work on that one once I'm done with that, and then I'll start on those ones. So I've got a good collection. I just want a couple of the winter ones now. So, but I'll go once they start putting their winter scents out. Okay, so I am in the process of editing my last week's vlog, and I just realized there's something that I wanted to tell you about. So I watched on Netflix Ouija. It's about that whole Ouija board thing. It was like PG-13. Rather creepy, yeah. It was, did have the spooky vibes. So I watched that. I've never seen it before. And I told my mom I watched it, and she was like weirded out. She's like, which totally understandable. She's like, how can you watch that? Why entertain it? And I'm like, I looked at her and I said, I compartmentalize things a heck of a lot better than she does. For example, like with books, it doesn't bother me that there might be a bunch of killing or a bunch of bloodshed, and things like that, because once the book closes, it's done. I don't have to think about it anymore. I think about the overall story of it. Like if there's a bunch of murder, like there was a book that I read called The Chestnut Man, and there was a lot of murder and it was gory. And I don't think about those scenes. I remember that they are in there, so I can give a heads up to someone that wants to read it. If they don't like the gore, then they know to maybe pass on it. But I tell them, one, the gore is in there, but it is about you're following detectives who are chasing a serial killer, and he's leaving these little clues, and that's the type of thing. So I keep it as a whole. And I said, it's the same thing. I like reading paranormal and horror stories, and I love it when there's stuff about the occult and and possession and things like that. It just hypes up that creep factor and makes it more atmospheric. And I said, outside of that, I told her I will not entertain that stuff in real life. I'll watch a movie about it and I'll read books, but it'll be fiction, I don't mind watching documentaries if it's about someone that maybe dabbled in that and what they got involved with, and it's like their life, but that's just one little thing in there, but it's overall, a bunch of other stuff. But I will never ever own a Ouija board. I will never own tarot cards. If I were to get a subscription box and there's a deck of tarot cards in there, I will get rid of them. I have heard so many things, but how much I do believe in the spirit world, okay? And I do believe there are devils and demons and all of that. And I do believe that some of them are malevolent and things like that. My grandpa, who is alive, who was in New Mexico, he's now since moved to Utah. He had an experience where there were spirits and they would tease him and haunt him and tell him bad things, but they would never cross a certain threshold of the house that he was living in. And so they would try to make it so he couldn't sleep and things like that. And I believe him. He's never lied to me before, and I believe him. And plus, there are a whole bunch of other experiences out there of people that have had really bad experiences or scary experiences with hauntings and stuff. I thoroughly believe that stuff. But I will not physically dabble in anything that will open any sort of door to invite those evil whatever's in there. Whether you believe in that or not, I will not even, I don't know anything about this stuff. I have no interest in learning about it, Some of the tarot cards are very beautiful, like Fairy Loot does. I don't know if they still do, but I know that they have. And I did get 1 or 2 Fairy Loot boxes years ago. And they did do tarot cards where it would be like the image would be based on some sort of a book or characters from a book. Beautiful artwork, beautiful cards. But I immediately got rid of them because I'm like, I don't want this in my house. I just don't. I don't know enough about it. I'm not going to mess with it. And there are people that do tarot stuff that are good as far as, trying to uplift spirits and like their spirits and give them a little guidance and direction in life. I totally get that. But then there are those that want to not do such good things and want to communicate and make contact with people that have passed on. And I have no desire for that. I have had spiritual experiences where, like, in my house, so my grandpa that passed away, so my mom's dad that passed away like 10 years ago, he was a heavy, heavy smoker. And no one in this house smokes. And I'll just be sitting, all of a sudden I'll smell his brand of cigarettes or just cigarettes. And it's like the Camel brand in my house, no smokers. And it's just gone within a couple of seconds. And so to me, I go, my grandpa was here. He was just saying hi, and that's it. So I have had personal experiences like that, and experiences where I feel like I am not alone when I am alone in the house, and things like that. So I do believe in the spirit world, and that there are good spirits that want to help us and protect us and provide comfort for us. That's what I believe. And I do believe there are those that are not so good. I don't even want to open the door to those that are not so good. So I will never have a Ouija board in my house, or tarot cards, or anything that has to deal with the occult or anything like that. There are people who deal with crystals. Crystals doesn't bother me, but I don't have any. And for me, I look at it and I go, it's a pretty rock. That's it. So, but I will never own, anything like that. The other thing is, when it comes to like Halloween decorations, I will not have anything in my house that is like a deck of tarot cards, or like if I were to get a pillowcase from a subscription box, there was one, okay, Once Upon a Book Club, you've seen me unbox that. I got my mom one time, and it was a paranormal one because it was in October. And they sent a mouse pad, and it was a Ouija board mouse pad. So it had the letters and the yes and the no. She wanted nothing to do with it. I wanted nothing to do with it. So we got rid of the mouse pad. So I will not even have decorations for that because it gives me the heebie-jeebies and creeps me out. So I'm not even opening that door. So anyway, that's just to tell you, I had that conversation with her. I will read about this stuff in a fiction because I know it's a fiction. But outside of that, I want nothing to do with the occult. I want nothing to do with Ouija, nothing to do with tarot cards and things like that. Now, I will watch people on BookTube that do tarot cards, pick my TBR, because that's just fun. They pull it and it's like, it's a knight. Okay, so something that's maybe based in medieval times or has a weapon on the cover, or so yeah. So for me, that's fine, but I will not own a deck of tarot cards to do that. I just have no desire to. I mean, some of them are very, very pretty, and the artwork, again, as I said, is absolutely stunning, but I want nothing to do with it. So yeah, anyway, so I watched the movie Ouija. That was entertaining. So today, the 16th, I just finished watching the second Ouija movie, which is like, what was it, The Beginnings or something like that? And it was set in this, it was before the moon landing, because they did mention the moon landing in the movie, so 50s or 60s. And I will tell you this, that, let me actually pull it up here on Netflix, because I want to make sure I'm telling you right. So if you're in the market for some scary movies, and you like watching stuff like that too, Origin of Evil. That movie, so Ouija, Origin of Evil, was more creepy and disturbing to me than the original Ouija movie. So yeah, like up next, I'm looking at just the horror movies that are on Netflix, is The Ring. I have seen The Ring and it creeps me out every freaking time. So I may rewatch that. There's others. I have seen, I think I saw 47 Meters Down. Was that one with Mandy Moore cast? Or maybe, no. Mandy Moore's not listed in this cast, so must not have been that one. But I did see something that had Mandy Moore where she went underwater. So I may try to watch 47 Meters Down. Fear Street Part 1, 1994. I have seen that. I may rewatch it. Yeah, I don't know. There's some creepy looking movies on here. I wish like What Lies Beneath was on Netflix. I really like that one. Another horror movie that I like is Willard, with this guy that can talk to rats and control rats, and he can send the rats to kill people. There was one about a tooth fairy where you can't let the tooth fairy see your face. And if the tooth fairy does see your face, they'll try to kill you. And in order to stay safe, you have to stay in the light. That was freaking creepy. So I do like watching them. I kind of have to be in the mood, and I've kind of been in the mood. But now I think I want to watch something more fun and uplifting. That's so scary. So I'm going to find something else to put on, have in the background. Maybe I'll put like, let me go out of the horror. Let me just put home and movies. What is on? Maybe I'll go to Disney Plus and watch a Disney movie. Let's do that. So Disney. Okay, loading. Could watch Monsters University, Turning Red. That's a cute movie. The Incredibles 2, Frozen 2. I have not seen Big Hero 6, but if I'm going to have a movie going on in the background when I'm working, just as kind of like white noise, I want it to be something, I would prefer to have it be something that I have seen. So if I miss something, I mean, I always pause it when there's a call coming in, but that way I'm not so focused. I could watch Finding Dory, Finding Nemo, Bolt, There's Toy Story, Lilo. Oh, I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch for a long time. Oh, I kind of want to watch Zootopia. Anyway, I'll find something that's not horror. So yeah, anyway, I'll find something to watch, but I can't watch that while I'm editing a video. So I'm going to go back to editing last week's vlog because I do want to get that up. I don't know how long it's going to take to export and upload. So I want to make sure I get that so that that's ready to go for tomorrow. Good afternoon. It is 3:22 on Thursday the 17th. I've just filled out a whole page of steamy romance books. So now I'm going to take all of these books and log them into Goodreads. And these are all ebooks that I got for free. So, but I've got a call on that. Anyway, okay, so I've got a delivery from Thrift Books. Let's open this and I'll show you what I got. But I will tell you these are all by R.L. Stine. Okay. Okay, there's 2 books in here. I have Silent Night number 2, Jingle Bells, Santa Kills. So, sure, he promised to be nicer after last year's horrors, but a rich, spoiled, gorgeous girl like Reva Dalby always thinks she can have anything or anyone she wants and never pay. But now it's payback time. Someone is out to kidnap Reva. This year, Santa is bringing Reva a little holiday fear, and just around the corner is the biggest, most gruesome Christmas gift of all, murder, and it's all hers. So, this is part of the Super Chillers Fear Street collection. And the other one, I remember reading this one and absolutely loving this. Oh, looks like this was a library book at some point because it's got the barcode there. But the other Super Chiller I have is, Reynolds Middle School. Oh, okay. Maybe belonged to Frey Classroom 326. I don't know. Anyway, Bad Moonlight. I remember absolutely loving this one. Was one of my favorite Super Chiller books. So this one says, she wasn't just crying wolf. Danielle Verona can't believe the band picked her to be their new lead singer. She's on the road performing at all the hot clubs. The adoring fans, the bright lights. It's a dream come true. But when nighttime falls, Danielle can feel the terror in the darkness. There's eerie howling outside her window, and then a band member is killed, ripped to shreds by a wild animal. And Danielle knows something is out there, lurking in the moonlight, something savage and hungry. Bad Moonlight. Good afternoon. It's 11:30, so I guess technically still morning, but anyway, so reading update. I have read through 10 chapters. I'm 28% of the way through Addicted. So far it has not gotten too sexually explicit. There is a lot of talk about sex, but, and the word F comes up a lot, like the F-bomb, but it's very much talks a lot about how people can in fact get addicted to sex and pornography and things like that. So it's been interesting, and it's compared to a lot of the struggles and feelings that someone that might be addicted to alcohol is, because the main male interest in this is addicted to alcohol, the female is addicted to sex. So a lot of talk about that. I did finish The Vampire Lestat, gave it 4 stars. Thoroughly am enjoying this series so far. This is book number 2 in the Chronicles of the Vampire series. Book number 1 is Louis talking about his life. Vampire Lestat, just like the cover says, Lestat, we're following Lestat's life and his experience. So he's talking a lot about his life. Okay, before I get into the next thing, let's see. So I'm doing an alphabet challenge. I still need the letter E, J, V like Victor, W, X like X-ray, and Z like Zulu. My goal is to try to get books that doesn't have a, and the on it at all. So I'm still holding out for that. I'm participating in Amy from A Star Reads in her Bookish Life one. Let's see. March, the prompt was books seen in a TV series or movie. No, not that I'm aware of on that. April, I don't remember. Oh, she did a Koi Cup in April. And the book that she pulled out was These Violent Delights by Chloe Gong, which I do have a copy of that. So I'm just planning on reading that book, hopefully at some point during the year. May's prompt was to buy a thrift book that starts with the letter K. There was nothing for June. July was a genre spinner, which was to read a middle grade. I did that. Nothing for August. She has a new video out. I haven't watched that one yet, but I don't know if there's going to be a prompt for August, which is perfectly fine. So, okay, so can't fill any of those. Book List Queen I am doing. This was not a Goodreads winner because this came out in 1985, so it came out 2 years after I was born. Published in your birth year. So freaking close. In my birth decade, yes, not my birth year. Fiction, nonfiction pairing I have to do. Nope. This is definitely not a Western. Newbery Award winner. Let's do a search and see if the Vampire Lestat won any awards, shall we? I don't see anything specifically for the Vampire Lestat. Okay. Newbery Award winner. Well, obviously I just looked up awards. So World War I book, no. Jenna Book Club pick, no idea. I've got to look into that. Becoming a movie in 2023. That would be a no as far as I know. Recommended on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, so I would have to do like a YouTube search to see like TikTok recommends whatever book. Let's see. Set in the 1930s. I'm going to say no. I mean, it covers like from the late 1700s to 1985 is the year that the book ends, but it's not fully, or majority of it is not set in the 1930s. The majority of it is set in the 17 to early 1800s and then 1985. Set in South America, no, it's mostly in Paris and then kind of goes to a few other places. 2022 bestseller, no, it is not a YA. It's not nonfiction. It is not a modern classic. Okay, so nothing for that one. I'm also trying to participate in the 52 Book Club. Let's see. Published posthumously, no. Set in Australia, no. Caribbean author, no. Set during a war, no. Alternative. What the heck is this? Let me see. Alliterati. Alliterative. The repetition of usually initial consonant sounds in 2 or more neighboring words or syllables, such as wild and woolly or threatening throngs. Also called also heard rhyme, initial rhyme. So the Vampire Lestat. Okay, so nope, it does not fit that prompt. It is not an award winner. Published by Macmillan. Ballantine Books. So no. Banned? Probably. Featuring mythology. I'm going to say yes, because there's a lot of talk. No. No, I don't think it's in there very much. I mean, it is in there a good amount, but it's mostly like the river god, and it's mostly done in passing, the sun god, things like that. So I'm going to say no. Enemies to lovers, no. Written by comedian, no. Character who is a refugee, no. Script font on the spine, no. Octavia E. Butler, no. Books on the cover, it's just words on the cover, so no. And that's it for that one. Okay. Hashtag year-a-thon. Let's see. So we're in August. Page count 600 or more pages. No, this is 550 pages. So nope. Okay, so next is B&N Book Challenge, aka Barnes & Noble. Okay, so we just saw this one is not an award winner. Set in the 1700s. Yes, I am going to go with yes. All right, so now I can skip the rest of these prompts. Moving on, Pop Sugar 2023. Celebrity memoir. Nope. A book about or set in Hollywood. No. Published the year you were born. So close, but no. A modern retelling of a classic. No. A book that has been banned or challenged. Not that I am aware of. Becoming a TV series or a movie. No. Set in the... Oh, a book set in the decade you were born. Dang it. No. A book talk recommendation. No idea. A book that's on a celebrity book club list. No idea. Some of these when I'm trying to finish these, I'll look to see if there's a book I can get in. I should probably start looking and picking, but anyway. A book that comes out in the second half of 2023, no. A book about an athlete or a sport, no. By an author with the same initials as you, AR for Anne Rice, CT for me, no. Okay. Pop Sugar also has advanced prompts, based on a popular movie written during NaNoWriMo. Well, NaNoWriMo, I highly doubt was a thing when this was written. I could be wrong on that. Started out as a fan fiction. Doubt it. About a holiday that's not Christmas. No. The longest book by pages on your TBR. No. It's going to have to be like over 1,000 pages for that one. Okay. Buzzword. Does the title have an emotion? No. Flowers, seasoning, or herbs? No. The word other? No. Weather-related words? No. August is a body part? No. So for buzzword, I've done January, February, March, and that's it. I have not read books that fit April through August so far. Now it's only August 18th, but I have yet to get the other ones in. Okay, moving on, TBR Knockout. I'm all caught up with that one, except for August, obviously. Let's see, read a book set in a school setting. No. Buddy, read a book. Nope. Okay, moving on. So it doesn't fit any of those. Okay, the other year-long readathon I'm participating in is Year and Alita, which is G by Book Roast. But right now in August, it is the autumn equinox. So there's not a prompt for August. Book Covered Book Club. I am caught up. August is abstract shapes on the cover. There's no abstract shapes on this. So moving on. Genre-a-thon, which is hosted by Whitney from Tibera's Den. Let's see, I need February, which is poetry. Obviously not poetry. Oh, September. Crap. Oh, no, we're not in September yet, so I can't do September. I do have a screenshot of what the prompt is for September. I don't remember what it is, but I do have a screenshot, so I do need to write that down. So February is the only one I have not done for Genre-a-thon yet. I've done it for all the others. Okay. I'm also trying to do book trope, but the book trope is all romance tropes, like a romance during a holiday, why choose, so like a harem, forced proximity, stalker, enemies to lovers, age gap romance type of a thing. This is not a romance. Now, if there's like a same sex, is there? Brother's best friend, holiday, why choose, forced proximity, stalker, enemies to lovers, age gap, ex-boyfriend's dad, stepbrother, mafia, smuthood made me read it, one bed, bully, billionaire, sports, fake dating, arranged marriage, celebrity, motorcycle club, bodyguard. Nope. And there's others, but I've already fulfilled those ones. Okay. All right, let's move on to the next notebook, which is this one. This is current, like monthly readathons I'm doing. So this first one is the Tilted Kettle Book Club, Battle of the Buccaneers. I still have yet to read a book that contains a heist. So I'm still stuck on prompt number 3. Okay, moving on. And this definitely does not contain a heist. Let's see. The Royal Readathon. Let's see. Can I substitute? Because I don't think I have this written down for any. Okay, so the Royal Readathon. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, a one-bed trope. No. Beauty and the Beast, an unconventional love interest. I think I'll pass on that one. The Little Mermaid with miscommunication. Hercules, a dark romance. I wouldn't even consider this a really much of a romance. Forced Proximity for Mulan. No. Peter Pan, fake dating. No. Sleeping Beauty, an arranged marriage. Nope. The Princess and the Frog, enemies to lovers. Nope. Frozen, friends to lovers. No. Cinderella, a happily ever after. No. It's more of a cliffhanger type thing, so no. Okay, Tropical Readathon. More than one author or absent and dead parents. No. Handpicked crew or a cover by book. No. Let's see. So the trope could be new kid in town or a genre you don't normally read. Multiple timelines. No. Something previously DNF'd. No. Love triangle. No. Followers or friends choose between books. No. Recent loss. No. Recent release. Nope. Mixed media, audiobook or an ebook. Well, I could do that one, but I already have a book picked for that, and I don't really, I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, let's see. I don't have it slotted for anything else, but there are additional ones I haven't picked yet. So for team, and I am for Tropical Readathon, I've yet to read any of the books for that. But would this work for a team prompt for science fiction? Space Institute? Nope. Alternate history? No. What about fantasy? It's not a portal fantasy. Non-human main character. Yes, that'll work for that. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that one. So the Vampire Lestat. Four stars by Anne Rice. Okay. All right. Master of the Elements. Yes. I used this book for my, I needed an O in shape shifting. So the O is for Formation or Fangs. This is to read a book with vampires. Absolutely this counts. So that class is completed. So 4 stars. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to that one. Let's see. Alchemist Science Runaway here. It is not on my August Catwalk TBR. What about, Choose Your Own Path. Romance. Does this work for Opposite Track, First Love, Second Chance, Forbidden Romance, Anti-Hero, Social? Nope. Okay. So for books outside of Path prompts, The Vampire Lestat. Nice. Okay. Open in September. Okay. So those are all the readathon prompts this counts for. Kind of. Anyway. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. What book will I be reading now? I'm going to pick up Wicked by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Romance. I have read this before. It's been a bit, so I have a vague recollection, and I do think it does get pretty spicy, but I don't remember for sure. So it is a trilogy, and I have only read the first book. So, but I do want to get back into this. So This book is for you, the reader. Without you, this book wouldn't be possible. None of this would be. All right, chapter 1. And I did find an audiobook on Scribd, so I'll be listening along. So this will work for Master of the Elements. The next one I need is O in Animal Studies, which is Introduction to Domestic Creatures. This is to read a pet pick. So you would have to watch my TBR video for the Magical Autumn Equinox TBR. I put treats on these, and Ophelia ate the treat off of this book. So this is my pet pick. So I'll be reading that one. And will this, I don't know if this will cover, I don't even remember what Discord channel is doing this choose your own path thing. So I don't know. So the prompts for the romance path are opposites attract, first love or second chance, a forbidden romance, the anti-hero, or social status difference. I don't know if that's going to fit any of those. We'll see. And I may just, I don't know. I don't even remember where I found that one. Let's see. For Tropical Readathon, this does not fit any of the prompts I have. Okay, what about the Royal Readathon? Where's specimen changing frame? No, I do not have that slotted for that. Okay, so this will just be for the Master of the Elements, which is my priority readathon for August anyway. So that will be just fine. So I'm going to start reading this today and yeah, go from there. So that's my update. So that was kind of a long-winded little update, but that's my update. I did film the book review and stats video for the Vampire Lestat. I have that. Has that? Okay, so it is now ready to be edited. So I will work on that and start getting that edited and exporting and uploading and all of that. So I hope to have this go live, the review for this, on the 25th. So next week. So that's what I'm going to work on and go from there. So I hope you guys are doing well. Oh, I am supposed to get a delivery today. It says it's out for delivery. I don't know if it really is though. Let me go. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to put it together today. But the bookcase that I ordered from Amazon is supposed to be delivered today by 8 p.m. So let me hit track. It does say out for delivery. So who knows? I don't have any updates yet. So sometime during this vlog, you'll see a bookcase, an empty bookcase behind me at some point, or at least part of it. So yeah, that'll be good because the books that I am reading in the month of August are going to fill up the second bookcase that I have. Once I try to do a wrap up and stuff, that bookcase will become full. So it'll be good to have that other bookcase so I can start filling that. And it's going to be empty for a while because I'm going to fill from the bottom to the top so that it doesn't become top heavy and tip over on me. So yeah, so that's my plan. Did you see yourself? Huh? Wanting on my desk? And check things out. Say hello. So, change behind me. My bookcase arrived. It is all put together. I had to get help finishing putting it together. I got more than half of it done, but then my arm was like really hurting. So I had to call a family friend and they came over graciously and helped put it together. She was like looking in my garbage. Nosy little thing. But I think he's going to come back tomorrow and anchor it to the wall because it's really not that secure. and my flooring is carpet. So it'd be best to, I mean, it's okay right now, but once I start to put books on it, it's going to get more kind of dicey. So he's going to come back and is going to anchor it to the wall. So I am happy. Yeah, so that's in. So I can start filling that up fairly soon, and I'll have some books behind me when I film now. So that'll be good. So yeah, I just wanted to share that little update, and it'll be a while for you to see the books on there. I mean, I'll put like, I'll probably bring books that I buy. I might kind of set on there so you can kind of, I don't know, get little sneak peeks to what's going to be hauled, or like books that I set out for TBRs and things like that. So I will still use it, but it'll take a while before it's filled up with all books that I have read. So yes, I'm excited. I'm very happy it is here, and it's all set up. Just needs to be anchored. So good morning. It is 9:45-ish. It's like 9:44. Close enough. So it's Saturday. This is might be the only update for today. With retail, I just gets really busy on Saturdays. Plus my mom's boyfriend is coming over. We're going to celebrate his birthday today. So yeah, if I can film anything else today, I will, but I'm just not going to plan on it. It'd be a bonus if I do. So let me go ahead and give you an update with reading Addicted, which is the ebook that I'm working on. I am on I've read through chapter 12, right? Yes, I have read through chapter 12. Yeah. There's a point in this where one of the characters gets blackout barfing drunk, like pretty bad. Anyway, so yeah, alcoholism and sex addiction are very, very much the focal point of this book, and dealing with it, and how you have two addicts that are kind of enabling each other with the addiction, instead of trying to help someone through and to conquer the addiction. So I'm hoping it will switch to working through and coming over their addiction, is what I'm hoping, but we'll see. It's still way early in the book. So yeah. Okay, primary read right now is Wicked by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book number 1 in the Wicked trilogy. I am now on page 110, which is the start of chapter 7. There's a side character. So this is a reread, and I've only read book number 1. I have not read the other 2 books. So book number 1, this is a reread for me. I am enjoying this more on the reread. And I mean, we're following, crap, what is her name? I am blanking on her name. Ivy. I wanted to say like Izzy or Lizzie, and I knew that wasn't. I'm like, that doesn't sound right. We're following Ivy. She's a member of this order, and they basically hunt down Fae because Fae are so extremely deadly to the humans. Basically what happened is, upon birth, or while she was still in the womb or something, she said there was some mumbo jumbo that was said that makes it so she and other people that had this done are immune to Fae glamour, so they can actually see the Fae, whereas the glamour hides what they really are, and so they're more able to feed off of humans, and things like that. So she's a part of this order, and they hunt and send Fae back, or kill Fae, so send them back to the other world, or they kill them, so in order to protect humanity. There's a side, so now she's Ren. I'm at the point where she has met Ren, and so there's tension between them, like sexual tension between them, and stuff is starting to be revealed. So that's all I'm going to say there. There's a side character in this that I completely forgot about, but I love this side character, and I don't think I'll forget about the side character anymore. I think the first time I read this, I was very intimidated, so I didn't enjoy it as much as I am now. But the side character is kind of like she calls it a brownie, but think of more, I think, pixie. So, but it's called a brownie in this world. So his name is Tink. He is a spitfire and very comedic and very dramatic and over the top. And yeah, it's fabulous. I love Tink in this. Tink is so far my favorite character, and he's just a side character. But I really love Tink in this. And yeah, I want more of Tink. Like, I would love if Jennifer L. Armentrout were to write, well, I don't know, because it's like, if I would like to have a story of just Tink and Tink's life, all from Tink's perspective, would that be overdone? Because I like the little snippets. Would it be too much if it was in its own book? Because right now it's just perfect. I just love Tink. Like, he ate all the marshmallows out of a Lucky Charm box and laid in the bowl of cereal. A little stomach distended. He orders from Amazon Prime, watches Harry Potter and Twilight for research. Yeah, orders troll dolls, evidently collects them. It alludes to the fact that maybe he has sex with the troll dolls, but you don't see it, at least yet. So, yeah. I don't know. Tink is just awesome. I really like Tink. So that's the update right now. The company I work for opens in about 10 minutes. So it will slowly start to get busier as the day goes on. And again, my mom's boyfriend is coming over so that we can celebrate his birthday. So this, I'm probably going to plan on just this being the only update on a Saturday. I try to update when I can, but Saturdays are just so unpredictable. But yeah, so I hope you guys are having a good week so far and enjoying whatever you're reading. Ideally, I would love to finish this today. So I am on, as I said, page 110, and there's 394 pages. So I have 284 pages. It is doable, but if I don't finish it today, I'm not going to hold my breath. But if I don't finish it today, definitely can finish it tomorrow and then move on to the next book. So I'm kind of proud of myself for something. So my bookcase, as you can see, is empty right now. Okay. That will fill up because this is going to be books that I have read, that I own, that I really enjoyed on some level. So it will slowly fill up. But in the meantime, I was thinking, oh, we're coming up on like fall. You know, we're halfway through August. It's like I would love to decorate it for fall and October, you know, Halloween and then Christmas and all of this. So I was looking at decor and I just wasn't seeing anything that I was like absolutely loving. And so I was like, oh, maybe I'll do lights, kind of like fairy lights. So like for the fall, I would do leaves. For Halloween, I really don't want to do spiders because I hate spiders. I know they have their place in the world, but I don't want one near me. So even if it's fake. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll go ahead and buy this and buy this and buy this. And so I was adding them to like the Amazon cart. And I had hooks to put on the bookcase. I had orange leaves with the lights behind them, so it would be like fall. I had a string of lights that had like a ghost, a skull, and a jack-o'-lantern head. And then I had a string of lights of peppermint candies, green and red, for Christmas. And then I was also looking at some plush fall gnomes. And so it was like, before tax, $85, $86 just for those couple of things. And I just was like, you know what? I'm not loving any of this. They're okay. I wouldn't turn my nose up at them if someone were to gift those to me, but it's like, I really want to find something that I absolutely love to spend my money on. Like, I love the books, so that's not really a problem. But, for decor, I want it to be something I really enjoy and not go, oh yeah, that's cute, I guess I'll get it to take up some space and to try and decorate. So I'm trying to be more mindful and purposeful with stuff like that. So I do have subscribed to Pusheen, which is seasonally. It's a cat based off of the cartoon cat Pusheen. I do subscribe to that, and that is seasonally. So with fall coming up, there's probably going to be some Halloween and fall stuff that I can put out, which would be fine. And I do have a couple of Halloween things, but again, it's just like, I want to spend my money on something that makes me happy. Not that I just go, oh, okay, yeah, that's cute, and yeah, it can take up some space, I could use it, yeah, So I emptied out the cart, and I thought, I'm just gonna wait. And when I'm out and about, if I see something I really enjoy, then I'll get it. Even, I would much rather spend $50 on one knickknack item that I absolutely love and makes me really happy and makes me smile and brings me a lot of joy than $80 on a bunch of stuff that I just go, it's okay. It's okay. Does that make sense? Sometimes I'm proud of myself that I hit that point and deleted this stuff from my cart, so I just didn't get a bunch of stuff that I was just mediocre about. So yeah, I don't know. I just had to share that because I was all excited and I just was not finding anything on Amazon. And it's different to see it on Amazon than it is to see something in person. For one, when you're in person, you can lift it and you can look at the quality of the item. Anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so when you're in the store, you can hold it, then you have more of an idea of the actual size of the item rather than going off of a picture and then guessing kind of how big it is or how small it is, as well as the quality. Is it just kind of this cheap wood thing that maybe you're wanting to buy on Amazon that's $30, but if you were to find it in the store, would you be like, I'm not paying more than $15 for that because of how kind of cheap quality it is, So I think I would just, for something like that, just rather look in the stores, I think. But then it's a matter of, when am I going to go out and do that? I do have an appointment on Monday with my primary care doctor. So maybe, I don't know. It's not like I'm in a big rush or anything. I do have 3 Funko Pops that I could put there. I need to dust them off, but it's like the Wittershin sisters, so for Hocus Pocus. So I do have stuff that I can put. Oh, you know what? I did think of something. Let me go to Amazon, because there's this one Funko Pop that I have not been able to get out of my mind. And it is... it just makes me smile. This is the reaction I want, and it's only $11, so I am gonna go ahead and get it. Oh my gosh, it's just so freaking cute. So it is what I'm looking at. It's yellow, and it is the dog Zero from Nightmare Before Christmas, and he's got a little pumpkin jack-o'-lantern nose, and he's just smiling, and oh, he's so cute. So I will show it to you when I get it. Hi everyone, today is Monday, and I am outside of my doctor's office. I have an appointment at 11:40. It's 11:03, so I'm like way early. But I wanted to go get, I was really wanting this sausage biscuit from McDonald's. So I went and did that. I did not get a hash brown. I did get a Diet Coke. So that's it. A sausage biscuit and a hash brown. Or not a hash brown, a sausage biscuit and a Diet Coke. My mom is meeting with this one dude. Financial advisor, that's the word I'm looking for. And he was supposed to meet her at, sorry, I had someone just walking on one side and then someone pulling up into this parking spot next to me. Anyway, he was supposed to meet her at like 10, and I thought I'm gonna go ahead and go because I don't know how long their meeting is gonna be. And yeah, so I left early, and then I thought, what am I gonna do to kill over an hour? So I got the sausage biscuit, and then I thought, oh, I'll go wander Barnes and Noble. That is such a dangerous thing to do. Great place to go to kill time, but it is a dangerous place to go. So yeah, so it was getting hot, so I had to turn the car on. So yeah, I bought quite a few books. I am feeling a bit depressed today. So I did buy more than I would have when I'm not feeling like this. Am I excited about all these books? Yes. Did it help my depression? No. And I know that. Anyway, so the last time I was at Barnes & Noble, there were these, one in particular, but two books that I just kept eyeing and I didn't get. And so I went ahead and grabbed them this time. The first one is The Only Purple House in Tan by Anne Aguirre. It's the title and the cover that drew me in. So I'm not going to read the synopsis because on a weekly vlog, I don't want this to get too long. So if you want to know the synopsis on these, obviously I'll go into the synopsis during a book haul for the month. And this was on the buy one, get one half off. And so I thought, oh, buy one, get one half off. I'll go ahead and get the other book that I've been eyeing the last couple of times I've gone in. And that's A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. So yeah, I went ahead and got those. And then I went to the graphic novel manga section because I would love to read more graphic novels and mangas. And so I thought, okay, what am I going to get? Well, I saw this book by Junjun Ito that I don't have, and I know I really like Junjun Ito's work. So I did get a new Junjun Ito. This one is called Censor. And of course there are horror, and then the hardcover. Well, there's art. Anyway, so I know I really like Junjun Ito's work. So this was a no-brainer to me because I know I'll like it. Did she wander in or was she drawn in? And that is one creepy back cover. So then this other one I saw, I'm like, you know what? I've heard so many good things about it. I'm going to go ahead and get it. And I know people love both the anime and the book, or one or the other. If they haven't watched the anime, they love the book, and vice versa. So I got volume 1 of Fruits Baskets. I don't really know what it's about. It's a romance. The person that was checking me out at Barnes & Noble says she loves the anime. She has not read the series, but she loves the anime. She says it's a romance. It has your usual tropes in it, but she says it's not done in a cringe way. So she was really hyping this up. And so she's hoping I'll really like the manga. So I got that. And then I went to the YA section, only found one book, and I know I like this author's writing, and I have trilogy, which is Love and Gelato. So I went ahead and got this other book called Spells for Lost Things by Jenna Evans Welsh. So got that. Know I like the writing. And then I wandered over to the sci-fi area, and I think this is a horror sci-fi, And this one's called Dead Water by C.A. Fletcher. I got that. And then I went into the young readers area, or the children's. I thought, oh, look at, like, see if there's any picture books I want or anything. Didn't find any that stood out to me. But I did find a new graphic novel. Now, this is a middle grade, and it's all in color, but it is Katie the Cat Sitter, Volume 1. Of course, I had to get it because it's about cats. So there's like cats on every single page. So yeah, so I got that. I've seen this series before, like when I went to Maria's bookshop in Durango, Colorado, except they didn't have the first book. So I have seen like the third or whatever book in the series, but this is the first time I've seen the first one, so I snagged it while I could. The problem with the graphic novel and manga section at Barnes & Noble, at least in my local Barnes & Noble, is that a lot of the times the first book is not available. For whatever reason, it is not on the shelf. So if there's a series I'm interested in, if I see the first book in a series, I better snatch it like I did with Fruit Baskets, because the book number 1 does not last long. I see anywhere from book number 3, sometimes 2, and then later on in the series. But book number 1, I don't see very often. Oh, and back in the YA section, I saw several covers by this author that were just intriguing. And so I finally looked the author up and just grabbed a book. So I know that this is a standalone, and it just has this creepy vibe. And it is The Cabin by Natasha Preston. So yeah, got that one. There was one called The Cellar, but for whatever reason, I grabbed that one. And then I went to the romance section, the adult romance, and I went ahead and grabbed Pestilence by Laura Thalassa. This is book number 1 in the 4 Horsemen series. So I thought about getting 3 additional books, but I was like, no, I've got enough. I did think about getting the Brown Sisters trilogy, and I have read them and I did enjoy them. So I thought about getting my own copies, but I was just like, I've got enough. I've spent enough. So I didn't, and I can get those at another point as well. So yeah, that's my little book haul. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to read until it's time to head in for my appointment. I am about 50% through Addicted to You. I did order that whole series on Amazon. The first 3 and a novella are supposed to arrive today. And then Wednesday is going to be like the other 2 in the series, because there's 5 out. However, there's like another 5 books that are coming out starting in September. So September, December, and then it's like February, March, something like that. So I went ahead and pre-ordered all of those, and I'm not charged until they ship or anything. So, but this Addicted to You series right now, this first book, it has gotten spicy. But what I like is that they are delving way into how much being addicted to alcohol and being addicted to sex can hinder and really mess up your life, and how much shame you can have from that, especially with you have that with people that are addicted to alcohol, so alcoholics, they can have that, but you don't hear a lot about people being addicted to sex. And that is a thing. People do get addicted to sex, and they watch the porn, and the stuff gets harder and harder with watching it, because they just can't get off anymore. And so they go for darker and darker and darker, more hardcore stuff. And it's interesting having someone talk about that and how they actually go through withdrawals. So that's been interesting. So I did order the series. Anyway, so yeah, I've kind of been shopping too much because I've been depressed and I've been looking for that increase. to try to make myself happy. So still working on that. I did finish Wicked by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I gave that 4 stars. My favorite character is the side character of Tink. And yeah, so I need to film a review for that. And I sure hope Tink shows up in the 2nd and the 3rd book, because I really like Tink. But yes, I really enjoyed that. So I started last night Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, and I am on chapter 6, which is page 54. So I have not read very much. It's good to be back with Alex. So this is book number 2 in the Alex Stern. It looks like this is going to be at least a trilogy, but book 3 does not have a cover and not a title yet. So at least on Goodreads. So I'm going to keep an eye out and we'll see how this goes. I know that a lot of people have been disappointed in the 2nd book compared to the first one, but for me, they're all their own little beasts. And I generally try to give enough space between at least a couple of weeks, preferably more when I'm reading a series, so that I don't get tired of it and I'm less likely to be disappointed in the next book. So yeah, anyway, I'm enjoying it so far, but again, that's only 50 pages in. So I am going to go ahead and read now. I'm going to start with Hellbent. I've got like 30 minutes before I need to go. No, less than 30. I'll head in about 15 minutes. So I won't get much reading, but I will read. Okay, so I just got out of my appointment with my doctor. I'm really not supposed to be using my right arm. It's my dominant hand, or dominant arm, so this is gonna be hard. It turns out it's tendonitis that's been causing my pain. So I have to now be on a Tylenol regimen. I can't take ibuprofen because I am allergic to NSAIDs. Otherwise he'd have me take ibuprofen or alternate between Tylenol and ibuprofen. But so Tylenol morning and night. And then there's this cream, Voltaren or something like that, that I need to pick up and put that on. Do heat on my arm throughout the day and ice at night. So, and he said if in 2 weeks it's not any better, then it's going to be something like physical therapy and possibly a work restriction, which is not good because I have to type at work. So yeah, life can just be very inconvenient at times. So I am going to go to the grocery store to find that cream that I need to put on my arm 2 times a day. Yes, 2 times a day, so morning and night, twice a week, or for 2 weeks. I just want to go home and read. Hey guys, it is Wednesday. It is 1:28 in the afternoon, and I have not closed out the vlog yet, partly because yesterday I didn't have any appointments or didn't have to go anywhere. So I stayed in my pajamas all day and literally read all day. So yeah, I finished my book Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo, and I will be starting the 2 books I have left to complete my Master of the Elements for the Magical Autumn Equinox Readathon is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, and then a manga by Junjin Ito. And I think I'm going to do the manga first and then go into the Harry Potter book. So yeah, that's my plan. And we have about a week left in the month. So yeah, I'll be able to complete my Master of the Elements. I'm very happy about that. And that's pretty much about it. So none of the extracurricular activities for the Autumn Equinox, which is fine. So anyway, I had to go in to the actual store location that I work at for training because we're upgrading our system, getting a whole new system. And I do not pick up on things like I used to when I was younger. So very frustrating and overwhelming, but I am headed home. I just made a pit stop at the grocery store. My mom's coming out. She had to pick something up, and now she's coming out. So I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog. Let me know how your reading went. I hope you guys are doing well. Talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I'll talk to you later.